It is now 3 o'clock, time for the DeSoto County School Board to come to order. Would you please stand?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. At this time, we'll approve agenda. Your recommendation, sir?
Madam President, I recommend to the board to approve the agenda.
I have a recommendation. I need a motion. I make a motion to approve the agenda. I need a second.
Second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None opposed? Ayes have it. The motion passed. This equipment, something happened to it. Okay, that's what I was laughing about, y'all. Okay, superintendent's report.
Thank you, Madam President. We are honored today. We have got our Teachers of the Year here in attendance, and we are going to be recognizing them in just a few minutes. At this time, I do want to recognize our board members for some awards that they've won recently. If I could ask our board members to join me here in the front so I can present you with these awards. At the most recent board training in Jackson, our school board members won the following awards. The first one's the Gavel Circle Award. That's for board members that made an extraordinary effort to refine their governance skills through continuing education. In layman's terms, they have gone to above and beyond as far as training is concerned to be the best board that they can be. And they also won the Beacon Award, which is given to board members of A school districts. And so congratulations to our board members. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our board members do an outstanding job. I tell people that all the time. We're very fortunate to have our board members here in DeSoto County. It makes all of our jobs much easier. With our teachers here today, I can honestly tell you that they are always wanting to do what's best for our teachers, and we appreciate all that y'all do. At this time, as we're getting started with recognition for our teachers, I'm going to ask Michael Parker with First Horizon Bank to come forward. First Horizon is sponsoring the teachers.
Get everything written down, so I have to wing it this year. Thank you guys for having us. My name is Michael Parker. I'm with First Horizon Bank. I'm joined by Nikki Gurley. She's our Senior Commercial Specialist with First Horizon. We represent our North Mississippi market, and this is our second year to be a part of these award ceremonies. We get to donate some money to you guys, to you Teachers of the Year, all 43 of you. We're really excited about that. So I did bring the Happy Gilmore check. All right. It's always the best part. Anytime I show up, people want to see this check, not me. Someone will
I won't hold that.
So if you remember last year, that check said $5,000, and this year it says $3,500. We were working with Miss Jerry Hill after last year's ceremony, had a great time with it, Miss Stacy Graves, and we thought, gosh, inflation's hitting everybody. I know you teachers are putting a lot of money, your own money out of your pocket. And so last year, all 43 won $100 for their classroom. Well, this year, you all get $150 for your classroom. So we bumped that up. And then the overall winner last year received $500 for their classroom. Well, this year, the overall winner receives $1,000 for their classroom. So keep doing what you're doing. We're going to continue to try to keep that amount, and if we can do more, we'll do more. I just want to thank you for all you're doing. So I just also want to Give a special thanks to the school board. Thank you for having us. Mr. Uzelton, our superintendent, Ms. Stacy Graves. I saw her earlier. She's around here somewhere. Hey, Stacy, thank you. And Ms. Jerry Hill. So thank you guys so much for helping us be a part of this. After this ceremony, Nikki has put together 43 gift bags for you. We have that in the front lobby. We'd like you to take a gift bag, and then we'd like to all gather outside the building and get a group photo together and just commemorate this nice day. So I'm gonna get a picture of this if we can, and afterwards we'll have the same check in front of you guys, and just thank you for letting us be a part of this.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. We appreciate the partnership with First Horizon. We want to thank y'all for coming out today. Awesome. I'll ask Mr. Spencer, Assistant Superintendent, please come forward at this time, and he will call out the names of our Teachers of the Year.
Congratulations, Teachers of the Year. Appreciate all of your hard work, and thank you for all that you do for the students of DeSoto County. Our DeSoto County Alternative Center Teacher of the Year is Gwenda Whitfield. From Magnolia, Rebecca Rushmore. DeSoto County Career Tech Center East Campus, Amy Stewart. DeSoto County Career Tech Center West, Lorna Golden.
Come up here. Congratulations.
In the Center Hill area, teachers. Center Hill Elementary, Kelly Matthews. Over Park Elementary, Heidi Sloan. Center Hill Middle, Allison Johnson. Center Hill High, David Burgess.
Before y'all go, if anybody, any family members want to come up and take these group photos, y'all can do that. Anybody come up? Recreate, career tech and.
DeSoto Central area. DeSoto Central Primary, LaShannon Shepherd. DeSoto Central Elementary, Leslie Wales. Pleasant Hill Elementary, Heather Murphy. DeSoto Central Middle, Kimberly Hunsucker. DeSoto Central High, Molly Liniger.
Congratulations.
Fernando Elementary, Jennifer Pacey. Fernando Hills Elementary, Jody K. Waldheim. Fernando Middle, Jessica King. And from Hernando High, Melinda Alston.
You get a group picture. Here we go, we got the document. You got what you need? Okay, good.
Horn Lake Schools, Horn Lake Elementary, Vicky Fry. Shadow Oaks Elementary, Lindsay Wright. Horn Lake Intermediate, Christy Thomas. Horn Lake Middle, Jennifer Mullen. And Horn Lake High, David Hoffman.
Congratulations.
Lake Cormorant Schools, Lake Cormorant Elementary, Haley Bryant. Walls Elementary, Jamie Williamson. Lake Cormorant Middle, Lindsay Blanton. And from Lake Cormorant High, Indian Bruin Cat. Lewisburg area, Lewisburg Primary, Pamela Morrow. Lewisburg Elementary, Shannon Schultz Sullivan. Lewisburg Intermediate, Krista Hicks. Lewisburg Middle, Ariel Keene. And Lewisburg High, Amanda R. Jones.
Congratulations.
Olive Branch Schools, Olive Branch Elementary, Kayla Woods. Chickasaw Elementary, Cody Herring. Olive Branch Intermediate, Sharon Ricks. Olive Branch Middle, Melissa Totten. Olive Branch High, Amy Barkley.
Congratulations.
Area, Hope Sullivan Elementary, Aaron Brown. Greenbrook Elementary, Jessica Benson. South Haven Intermediate, Ada Ham. South Haven Elementary, Cindy Williamson. South Haven Middle, Tracy Harris. And from South Haven High, Danny Allen.
Congratulations. Like I tell our board members, our teachers of the year will be serving on our teacher advisory council. We already had one meeting in February. We're meeting again with teacher advisory next week. We'll be here giving us some input and here's some presentations about the future of our district. And I want to, on behalf of our board members, first of all, I want to thank our teachers of the year. I want to thank you for all of your hard work. There's no way that DeSoto County Schools could be as successful it is without our teachers. Also, I want to thank our administrators who are here for supporting our teachers. And I want to thank the family members who are here for giving up so much time with your family, because we know how time consuming it is. It's a family job. It's something that they bring home with them. We just appreciate you supporting them and then in turn supporting our students. So I want to thank all of you for being here today. And now we're about to get on with the rest of the board meeting. So welcome to stay, but if you'd like to leave, now would be a great time to exit. Y'all have a great day. Thank y'all. See those emails on there about. Congratulations. There we are, ready. Now we'll move on to our teacher spotlight segment. I'd like to ask Ms. Carrie Speck, Principal, Morlake Elementary.
Thank you, Ms. Beck.
Thank you, Mr. Elizabeth. Good afternoon. We're excited to be here today to share with you all the great and positive things happening at Fort Lake Elementary. When I learned that a teacher would be spotlighting our school, back when we got that scheduled, there was no doubt who I would choose to represent us. And it happens to be Miss Vicky Fry that was already here today because her peers chose her to serve as our Teacher of the Year. So I just want to share a little bit about Miss Fry. Miss Fry is from originally taught in the coast in Kettle, Mississippi for 14 years. She taught second grade. She relocated here about 5 years ago, started at Horn Lake Elementary, she's second grade. Second grade is kind of all she knows. And then the pandemic hit, and she said that she would be our outstanding second grade virtual instructor. She did a great job doing that. And now she is teaching music for us. She offered to do that last December when we had a need in our building. Recently, over the summer, she attended some training at the University of Memphis, and now she's level 1 certified and can wrap a children's book with the best of them. So she is also a national board certified teacher, and a lot of what you see today in our presentation is because of her passion for our kids in our community and just to make our world a better place. So I will let her come back, Ms. Vicki Fry.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Beck. She is very kind and she gives me too much credit. I want to manage expectations. First of all, thank you for inviting us, Board Chairperson and Mr. Esselton. We are so excited just to share with you what's going on at Horn Lake Elementary School. If you haven't been there in a while, you're in for a real surprise. But I'll be honest. I am not any more of a rock star teacher than these people. In primary school, your teachers will do anything except talk to grown-ups about what they do. We're a school family at Horn Lake. Really, I think the whole Horn Lake zone feels that way, but Horn Lake Elementary, we are certainly a family, and our family, I'm the talker. So I'm happy to share this with you, but please know that when I say we, I mean every single adult who works in that building because they go above and beyond every day. The other thing is I checked Mr. Esselton's notes, and in the email, I don't want to ruin it for everybody else in the future, Mr. Esselton, but in the email it said there's no time limit. So in 3 districts and 17 years and 5 superintendents, you're my favorite. I never find there's no time limit. I do value your time though. I really hope that you won't look at me, but look at the slides because we tried to capture the soul of our school. History lesson established in 1976. It was 1st through 6th grade school. Some of you are nodding your heads. I remember. I don't. I wasn't here. So many people say, oh yeah, back in the day. That's what our kids called us. In 44 years, 2 principals, Dorothy Ann Smith. Her name's still on the wall above our library now. And then Cynthia Dunning, who hired me in 2018. That will be another board meeting. We'll talk about the history. We are here to celebrate a new era. In 2019, this dynamic duo came in, Carrie Speck and Dee Thompson. And this year, after 3 of, and arguably the most challenging years in education nationwide, globally, they were just determined to make this the best year ever. And we are definitely on track for that. And so our school motto this year was best school ever, and you'll see why. These are the kids we serve now, pre-K through 2nd grade. We feed into Horn Lake Intermediate, along with our sister school, Shadow Oaks. You can see the demographics of our students. I will add that we have students at our school who speak Spanish at home, Chinese, and Arabic. So we have an EL program that is celebrating and helping them to be fluent bilingual students as well. 79% of our students qualify for free and reduced lunch. So when we say we're Title I, we're Title I. We mean it. And we know that that means our kids from poverty have a higher risk of not being successful in school, but it does not have to determine their outcome. And that is the most important thing that I want you to know about Horn Lake Elementary is that where we begin does not determine where we end. So at Horn Lake, our mission is to provide a safe environment where all belong, all learn, all lead to succeed. That's not new. All means all. We see that on hashtag and DCS all the time, right? And so we're determined to be the best school ever for these kids, because doesn't every kid in DeSoto County deserve to walk into the best school ever? So every day it's a mission. It's not just one point fixed point in time. But my husband reminds me that this is an extraordinary claim. He pointed out this week, Harvard's a good school, you know, so extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And I think you'll agree that we've got that. So Exhibit A, our family partnerships. We recognize that families are our students' first teachers. We value that, and we know that for students to make the greatest outcomes, we have to be partners. We want to build trust in a community that maybe historically has not had a trust in the systems, and we want them to be a part of learning and a part of growth. And it's just a fabulous feeling to welcome parents in our building, foster parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents. We have an amazing PTO. The ladies ringing the bell will tell you about the bell in a little bit. They came and wrapped a bunch of Christmas presents, gave all our kids books at Christmas time. And so just lots of opportunities for our families to partner with us. We reach out and establish positive connections from the beginning. These are some of our community helpers. They are just coming from everywhere. Half a dozen churches have helped us to transform the facility inside and out with landscaping, painting, lots of projects like that. They feed us on the regular, because you gotta feed your teachers, feeds and donuts. They adopt our kids at Christmas time. Center picture is one of my favorites. These kids named this, they're the DoorDash team. Colonial Hills provides 110 food bags every Friday, every week of the year. And so when our counselor was out to deliver those, these kids got on the job and they delivered those bags to students who just need some extra nutritional supplement on the weekend that they may not be getting at home. We are very grateful for the churches, the first responders in our community, the distribution centers, GXO and Amazon. First day of school, Amazon dads in blue t-shirts came out to high five our kids. School should be a fun place to be, and they make it that way. All of these things are very encouraging. They help to meet our needs out to school, but we know that every kid is just one caring adult away from being a success story, and that's where best staff ever comes into play. Every person at our school, not just certified staff, the maintenance man, cafeteria workers, the SRO officer who's a big ham, everybody is a teacher, and you'll see that in some of the pictures. Number one requirement, the interview with Carrie Speck, is do you love kids? You gotta love kids. We love our kids. We meet them where they are, socially, emotionally, academically, physically. We're down on their level. We can't make connections and make kids feel safe if we're towering over them. We don't talk down to them, or we don't talk at them. We talk with them to help them to develop their own social emotional intelligence and agency. We just love our kids like we love our own, like you love your own. One of the best teachers I ever had said, respect the content and serve the student. And this is one of the number one ways we distinguish sometimes in secondary and primary, is that secondary teachers will tell you what they teach, and we will tell you who we teach. We teach second graders, or I'm fortunate enough now to teach kindergarten through second graders in the music room. And again, just more examples. We wipe their noses, we give them a lift, we give them extra juice or Pop-Tarts or whatever's left over from breakfast if they need a snack, because we want them to know that we care, we love them, and they're safe. They're so easy to love. They're amazing. They come to us with all of their unique personalities and strengths, and we embrace those, but they also come with a lot of needs. Many of our students have just a variety of special needs with regard to cognitive disabilities or speech impairments, things like this, but a lot of our students suffer loss in different ways. And so kids in poverty have a higher incidence of trauma through different modes. And so those can make it difficult for them to regulate their emotions. And we know that if we don't make them feel safe, physically and emotionally, I know you'll hear me repeat myself, then we can't access their executive function. And it's our ultimate goal is to teach them. So we gotta love them, make them feel safe, and our staff, I've just never worked with anyone better. So, our specials, we supplement all of our academic instruction. We want to meet the needs of the whole child. Social and emotional learning is big, even bigger after COVID. A huge part of that is just making children feel like they are connected to a family. There's inclusivity. We're all different, and every person is welcome in our school. At the beginning of the year, we have a common book. Often it's this one, the whole school, every kid in every class is reading this book and talking about what makes them belong and why they're special there. We also teach adults about emotional regulation. Things can get keyed up. We worked in a classroom, we know that it can get carried. So we can't teach what we don't know. So we practice social emotional intelligence so that we can share that with our kids. This picture of Javier is amazing. He's the best school resource officer. Hands off, just like don't take him. Just saying. I know people are really good. You guys move them around here in DeSoto County. I'm learning that real fast. So, one of the things that Ms. Beck noticed as she got into K-2 education after coming to HLES is that our kids are raised on phones and tablets. We have a lot of media and technology in front of us, and we don't necessarily know how to interact or even make pretend. And so right away, she got us started with an imagination station. Our counselor runs this through our activity rotation. About every third rotation, the kids go into the imagination station, where they can play house, they can play school, they can build in the construction lab. And what I love about this is these kids are not only learning personal skills and just to make pretend, Ms. Thompson will say, she says it all the time, the best thing we can do for our kids is to let them play. And in this case, we're also challenging stereotypes. Girls can be doctors, boys can take care of babies, and it's just fascinating to see them embrace that. So Imagination Station is just really one of our highlights. STEM Lab has replaced the computer lab. Our kids are one-to-one. They've got devices in their classroom. They're using those for learning in the classroom. In what used to be the computer lab, we now have a STEM teacher, and she's facilitating all kinds of collaborative play and problem solving and hands-on challenges so that they're just opening up new parts of their brain and learning the different ways. Everybody loves STEM Lab, favorite. This is our newest, latest, and greatest addition. I hope that we see these all across the district. We just revealed this on Tuesday night at our very first STEM night. It's called Imagination Playground. And our PTO this year, in one fundraiser, raised over $12,000 towards the purchase of this. It's like giant Tinker Toys, if you remember Tinker Toys, but they're foam, they're safe, they're durable, they can be used inside or outside. And we also have tabletop sets, the small ones, so that they can use those under the guidance of the STEAM teacher to get their creative juices flowing. This is all about free play, and it's amazing. We've had some kids playing on it, and it's just amazing that they can come up with you wouldn't even think. But it's like Ms. Thompson says, let them play, and it's amazing. This is my favorite room, in the music room. I have learned a lot. I'm having a ton of fun. It's amazing serving all the students instead of just one class. But when she talked about the ORF certification, ORF is just ORF Schule Work is music pedagogy. We don't wait until kids can read and write before they put a pencil in their hand. They don't have to read music to put an instrument in their hand. They are playing, they are moving, they are singing, they are imitating, and it's the most fun ever, but it really activates a part of their brain that's part of the whole child. So we're excited about that. I highly recommend all of you teachers in the district can get that training. So this is our bell. You come in the lobby, this bell was put here in the summer intentionally right there in the front so that when anybody rings it, everybody close by can hear it and we all come out to celebrate. It says, meet a goal or make a goal, ring the bell. We ring the bell if we go to the potty by ourselves. We ring the bell if we finish an IEP. We ring the bell if one teacher teaches another teacher how to do something on her computer. Kids and staff alike are ringing the bell. And of course, they're celebrating growth. Whole class meets a goal, a few students meet a goal, an individual student. There's There are no rules, just if you meet a goal, you get to ring the bell. My favorite in the bottom right-hand corner over here, Angel said, Miss Brian, we got to ring the doorbell, which is adorable. So now that's what I call it, is the doorbell. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna read the doorbell. Talk to the board, done. So all this is about the positive culture and the high expectations that we have for our students, and that learning is fun. This is our SOAR matrix for behavior in K2. You cannot make enough rules to cover all the things that kids will do. So we don't teach them rules, we teach them values, the value of being safe, the value of taking ownership and high achievement and respect. And so these are some common behaviors that match those values that our teachers teach across the board. Everybody in the school is using the same language, there's consistency. We're just teaching kids how to be good citizens, and it all makes sense. To reward them, we give them Eagle coins, little gold coins, and they get to go to the store. If you're cleaning out your closet, send all your stuff to one like elementary school, put it in the store, they love it. A couple years ago, we got 600 Beanie Babies. They loved it. It goes a long way. It's really about, because discipline is not about punishment, like it used to be. Discipline's about teaching and then celebrating when they do the right thing. We foster a growth mindset. You'll hear it when a kid says, I can't do it, and another kid says, you can't do it yet. You know that those kids are really internalizing that idea that I'm not here to be perfect, I'm here to make progress. And that's what we're doing at Harmony Elementary School. So it's all about the reading, right? We know that the highest indicator of success graduating high school is, can they read proficiently by the time they're third grade? And I would go further to say, do they want to read? And that's one of the big things that we're teaching foundational skills. We're also giving them lots and lots of opportunities to just engage with the text. All of our teachers, music, library activity everywhere. We give birthday books every month. If they have a birthday, every kid gets to get a birthday book. We give books away at Halloween, at Christmas. We put the books in the hands of the kids, as well as the adults. We now have a little place for grown-ups to take books, because literacy is important, and we read a lot at Hunter Elementary School. Oh, we also have celebrities come in once a month. If you're free, March 7th, April 11th, May 9th. You met Ms. Russell, who's like, I know that person.
Actually, I know the crayons.
The blue crayon is our
Picture.
favorite. Yep, that's one of our favorite celebrities. I yield my time to Mr.
I gotta
Russell.
take that picture.
It is great for people outside of the school to come in and just reinforce for kids that, know what reading means to them. So we're all about learning. The adults are learning all the time, learning from each other, learning from professionals at other schools. We have really worked hard the last few years to establish solid professional learning communities. But we are also having a ton of fun. This is a hard job, y'all. Just be honest. And it's hard everywhere. We're going to face a teacher crisis. Different schools will have different levels of that, but I'm going to tell you at Horn Lake Elementary School, we have the best staff ever, and we have the best admin ever, because they are constantly reminding us that you can take yourself serious, you can take your profession seriously, but you don't have to take yourself so seriously. Every day when we come in, we see this wall reminding us that we are the best staff ever, and then every month, every week, we have something fantastic just to engage in some fun. We have little friendly competitions. We have all kinds of food, puzzles, whatever it is. Fun at Work Day is like the best day of the year. Everybody, that's probably our highest staff attendance, is how fun at Work Day. But I know that you need to see the data, and we are incredibly proud of the data, because if we had all this fun and we did all these things and we didn't see results, then we would not be meeting our obligations to our students. But we are doing it, and we are so excited, and we are so incredibly proud. Behavior is something that we teach, and it's essential. This year, at the middle of the year, our students, beginning of the year, behavior goals were met by 65% of our students. By the middle of the year, that number increased to 80%. So 80% of students were meeting their behavioral goals. That doesn't just happen with time. That is teachers learning strategies, implementing strategies, being consistent, and that is huge. Because when we get their behavior in line, we've got the academics handled. For academics in 2019, when the third grade reading gate was given at Horn Lake Intermediate School, track those students, back to Shadow Oaks and Horn Lake so we can see where those kids were in K-1, 2. And so in 2019, we had 54% of our students passing that reading gate the first time. We had a couple of years with no data because we didn't have accountability during those, those COVID years. And then this last year, we had 61%. That was a 7.5% increase in the number of students in third grade who were reading proficiently. And that was even at the end of those two very difficult years of not really having all our kids in front of us. That also is huge. We're incredibly proud of that. Last year, one of our, so many different numbers, but last year, one of our benchmarks, we had 33% pass rate in second grade. This year, same time of year, we've got 68% pass rate. This is the most exciting thing because change takes time. We implemented things. These are the kids who've been here for, like Ms. Beck and Ms. Thompson have had hands on them for all 3 years, kinder, first, and second. So this is not just second grade teachers. This is everything we've done since they came in. Sometimes our Title I schools are at the bottom of the list out of 14 schools in the district who serve second graders. At the middle of the year, our second graders were in the top 5 with regards to their growth on the iReady test. We are pretty proud of that too. This is that crazy triangle that I was put in front of you. Our at-risk students are decreasing in number. We are continuing to work on that. You want to get all the kids in green that you can. Our goal for the end of the year is 60%. Middle of the year, we're at 47. But that's definitely going in the right direction. I've been talking for a long time. This is the best part ever. This was the best day ever. This is Zayla. Zayla's a first grader, and she was the first kid to ring our bell in the fall because Zayla finished her chemo treatments for leukemia. This is our family, and it's so, here we go. This picture is really important because if you ask a kid at Horn Lake, who's your teacher, they will tell you at least 2 people, sometimes 3 or 4. Who's your favorite teacher? It's usually the PE coach because, PE, you can't compete with that. Sometimes it's the maintenance man, or the cafeteria lady. But anyway, all that to say, this is her kindergarten teacher and assistant, her first grade teacher and assistant, the nurse who communicated, served as security with her family during that time, her admin, our office assistants who were always there to receive her. She checked in later, left. And this is the part that makes us the best school ever. We're a family. We don't serve all the students, we serve every student. And there's a distinction. So we're not serving 466 kids every day. We're serving 1 kid 466 times every day. And that's what makes us best school ever. Thank you so much for your time. I'm so grateful for it. I'm so proud to be a part of this school and now a part of this district. I call a lot of flack on the left pedal, I gotta say, but I am really excited about the things that we're doing here that we can do. Thank you so much for your time. I'm happy to take questions if you have them. You said no time. I tried twice.
That was amazing.
It was.
Great job.
Make
And
me
there's
proud.
no-
that they are. Thank you.
No doubt why you're a teacher of the year. And that's very passionate about what you do. And I remember when you came up with that, when you said that.
Yeah, I met you in Dillard's on New Year's Day.
Okay, I'm like, oh.
And that was when I learned that he has to, y'all know this, he has to shop for like all the different colored ties. Yeah.
Don't give away my secret. Anyway, so yeah, I was getting with the Dillard's years. So anyway. All right, so, but seriously, great job and leadership team, Ms. Beck and Ms. Thompson, great leadership team there.
That
Y'all
is
done a great
true,
job.
makes all the difference.
We appreciate all that y'all do out there. And also, you mentioned that about the school resource officer and at your sister's school too, at Shadow Oaks, which is also K2 on Lake. that's one thing I've seen there is both school resource officers there really become a part of the team. And that's what our vision is for that program. So I'm going to thank the board for supporting it from too. So great job. Keep up the great work.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you, Ms. Beck. Appreciate you this time.
Thank you.
And I will say that when we moved Teacher of the Year to tonight, Ms. Beck, I sent me an email back about 2 minutes later, said, will all the teachers be there for the presentation? Are you doing that? So,
It's gonna recruit, I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
they should wait to be before it. So, great. Great seeing y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Thank you, Austin.
Mr. Fry, great seeing you again. That concludes the superintendent.
Attorney's report.
I had to follow that. Whoa. And I just tell Michelle, bet you want to go back to elementary school. And that's the one I want to go to.
Me too.
Yeah, I tell you, my parents would be picking her. I have 2 property contract matters and a facility usage matter to discuss in executive session.
Approval of minutes from February 14th, 2023 board meeting. I need a motion to approve. Make a motion to approve those minutes. I need a second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Consent agenda, A through FFF. Your recommendation, sir.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the consent agenda.
I have a recommendation. I need a motion.
Make that motion.
I need a second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None opposed. The ayes have it. Motion carried. New business. Mr. Williams. Architectural Service, Allen and Hustle, PLLC erosion repairs at Point High School athletic field.
Yes, ma'am. We're requesting permission from the board to enter into a contractual agreement with Allen and Hope for the Horn Lake High School athletic fields erosion repair project.
All right. Your recommendation, sir.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve entering into a contractual agreement with Allen Oshel for the architectural services for the erosion repairs at Horn Lake High School athletic field.
I have a recommendation. I need a motion. I need a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Seeing none, the ayes have it, the motion passed. Permission of, I can't read. Permission to advertise for bids erosion repairs at Horn Lake High School. Mr. Williams.
Yes, ma'am. We're seeking permission from the board to advertise the bids on the erosion repair for the athletic field at Horn Lake High School.
All right. Your recommendation, sir.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve advertising for bids for the erosion repairs at Horn Lake High School athletic fields.
I have a recommendation. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I need a second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Seeing none, the ayes have it, the motion carried. Mr. Williams, again, Architectural Services, Allen and Hoschel for PLLC kitchen renovations at Hope Sullivan Elementary School.
Yes, ma'am. We're requesting authorization from the board to enter into a contractual agreement with Allen and Hope for the kitchen renovation project at Hope Sullivan Elementary.
I need a recommendation.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve entering into a contractual agreement with Allen Oshel for the architectural services for the kitchen renovation at Hope Sullivan Elementary School.
I have a recommendation. I need a motion.
I'll make that motion.
I need a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None opposed. Ayes have it. The motion carried. Permission to advertise for bids on kitchen renovations. Hope Sullivan. Mr. Williams.
Yes, ma'am. Requesting authorization from the board to advertise for bids in Hope Sullivan Elementary kitchen renovation project.
Your recommendation, sir?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve advertising for bids for the kitchen renovations at DeSoto Elementary School.
I have a recommendation. I need a motion.
I'll make that motion.
I need a second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, the ayes have it, the motion carries. Mr. Williams, Architectural Services Allen and Hoschel, PLLC roof, re-roof, Oak Grove Central Elementary.
Yes, ma'am, we're requesting permission from the board and then go to the contractual agreement with Allen House for the Oak Grove Elementary re-roof project.
Your recommendation, sir?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve using architectural services of Allen Ocean for the re-roof project at the Grove Central Elementary School.
I have a recommendation. I need a motion.
I make that motion.
I need a second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the ayes have it, motion carried. Mr. Williams, permission to advertise for bids, re-roof for Oak Grove Central Elementary.
Yes, ma'am, we're requesting permission from the board to advertise for bids on the Oak Grove Central Elementary re-roof project.
Your recommendation, sir?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve advertising for bids for the re-roof project at Oak Grove Central Elementary School.
Architecture Services Allen and Hoschel for PLLC. Oh, I'm sorry. All in favor, say aye. Oh, a motion, wait a second. I was going so good. I need a motion. Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, the ayes have it, the motion carried. Okay, go to it, Ms. Williams. I'm afraid I might say something wrong.
Yes, ma'am, this is item G, we're seeking permission from the board to enter into a contractual agreement for architectural services with Allen and Hoschel for the Center Hill High School tile joint repair project.
Okay. Your recommendation, sir?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve entering into a contractual agreement with Allen Ocean for the architectural services for the project at Center Hill High School. Tile project.
Final completion.
Yes, sir. That's
That's
it.
it. That's it. Whatever he said, that's it. I have a recommendation. I need a motion.
I make that motion.
I need a second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, the ayes have it, the motion carried. Mr. Williams, permission to advertise for bids for VCT joint repairs, reflooring project at Center Hill High School.
Yes, ma'am, we're requesting permission from the board to advertise for bids for the tile project at Center Hill High School.
Your recommendation, sir?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve advertising for bids for the tile project at Center Hill High School.
I have a motion, I have a recommendation. I need a motion.
Make that motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, the ayes have it, the motion carried. Mr. Williams, permission to construct metal structure at softball field for South Haven High School.
Yes, ma'am, we're requesting permission from the board to build a metal building over the third base sideline, that's up by the bullpen at South Haven High, that's for softball. Project will be funded by the South Haven High Booster Club. On completion, the structure will be donated to the district.
Your recommendation, sir.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the construction of metal structure at softball field South Haven High School.
I have a recommendation. I need a motion.
I make that motion.
I need a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, the ayes have it, the motion carried. Mr. Williams, change order number 1001 athletic turf field at South Haven High School.
Yes, ma'am, in your packet is an observation report. It identifies that the subgrade of South Haven football field, once we started digging, was unstable, not suitable for turf. The recommendation is to stabilize the existing soil by incorporating Portland cement. I'm requesting permission from the board to move forward with the change order and the recommendation specified in the observation report.
Thank you. Your recommendation, sir?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the change order for the athletic turf field at South Haven High School.
I have a recommendation. I need a motion. I need a second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion, the ayes have it, the motion carried. Thank you, Mr. Williams.
Thank you.
Ms. Graves, how are you this afternoon? I'm good. Statement of revenue and expenditures, January 2023.
Okay. Our revenue collections through January for our general funds are at 166,627,275. We're running about 13% over last year. General funds revenue for FY '22 was at 147,444,669. The increase again is from our MAP and our ad valorem and the teacher assistant payroll raise that they did this year. Our highest months for ad valorem began in January. They will run through April, and revenues for all funds through January at 204,066,662. General fund expenditures through January are at 153,194,052. They're up from 11% over last year, but our revenues still outpaced it by about 4 million, so, and we're 2% below what we projected in our.
Your recommendation, sir?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the statement of revenues and expenditures for January 2023.
I have a recommendation. I need a motion.
Make that motion.
I need a second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, the ayes have it, the motion carried. Ms. Graves, combined balance sheet, January 2023.
The fund balance for all general funds at the end of January is 146,644,936. We're about 18% over last year at FY '22, and that was at 123,823.03. And that's mainly our MAP and ad valorem. They increased more than we budgeted expenditures, so that's why it continues to grow. Again, it'll start going back down slowly in April once we start that debt service for our COPs. Our all funds fund balance is at 263,689,534.
Thank you. Your recommendation, sir?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the combined balance sheet for January 2023.
I have a recommendation. I need a motion, please.
I make that motion.
I need a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, ayes have it, the motion carried. Statement of cash flow, January 2023, Ms. Graves.
Our district maintenance cash balance is at 137,246,795. Our invested balance that's included in that is 29,234,462. Our overall all funds cash balance is 256,337,456.
Your recommendation, sir.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the statement of cash flow for January 2023.
I have a recommendation. I need a motion.
Make the motion.
I need a second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the ayes have it, the motion carried. Certification of bank reconciliations, January 2023, Ms. Graves.
All bank statements have been reconciled in notes.
We like that. Your recommendation, sir.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the certification of bank reconciliations for January 2023.
I have a recommendation. I need a motion.
I'll make that motion.
I need a second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, the ayes have it, the motion carried. Thank you, Ms. Graves. Doing a good job. You're keeping us all safe out of jail. Personnel, Mr. Alexander.
Yes, ma'am. Personnel, package this afternoon is pages 1 and 2 are recommendations. Pages 3 through 5 are personnel changes. Page 6 is a memo for myself, requesting administrative leave for up to 5 days or 40 hours between March 20th and May 25th. In the event of school is closed or later dismissed or due to inclement weather conditions, this will be granted to all less than 32 or 30 employees. Page 7 is a memo from Coach Anthony Jenkins, Director of Athletics, requests the board to approve a person who will volunteer as a paraprofessional and assist for the Olive Branch High School track team. Page 8 is a memo from Ms. Tawana Williams, Director of Mental Health, on a request to pay a counselor at Point Lake High School an excessive contract for 10 hours that she worked on February the 11th. She began working for DeSoto County Schools on December the 1st. And if you remember, we had approved additional 80 hours for all. We had not placed her on that before she began work. So we'll take care of that this evening also. She was not the original. Page 9 is a list of certified directors for approval for the 23-24 school year. Page 10 is a request from Ms. Williams, Director of Mental Health, on the council at Point Lake High School for work the remaining of those additional hours beginning March 3rd and ending June the 30th, 23. Page 11 is a request from additional pay from Ms. Williams on another council at Point Lake Middle School to work up to 40 additional hours beginning March 3rd and ending June the 30th, 23. This is also a new counselor hire. Pages 12 and 13 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Carol Ingram, our Director of Federal Programs, on the South Haven Middle School employees who will drive a bus for after-school tutoring. This will begin on March the 3rd, and it will be end on May the 24th. Pay will be $39 per route. Page 14 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Ingram on employees at Point Lake High School that will work creating materials for the new teacher orientation. This is based on specific needs of Point Lake High School. They will work a total of 60 hours each for $30 per hour beginning June the 1st and ending July 28th. Pages 15 and 16 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Carol Ingram on teachers who will be working as after-school tutors for the Olive Branch Intermediate School special education students that work no more than 19 and a half hours per week, $30 per hour beginning March 3rd and ending May 24th. Pages 17 and 18 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Ingram on teachers who will be working at South Haven Elementary School special education students. They'll work no more than 19 and a half hours, $30 per hour begin March 3rd and end May 24th. Pages 19 through 21 is the data customer support for student records job description. There's some additions to that, few additions from the old one. As far as responsibilities, nothing was taken away. Pages 22 through 24, and actually pages 22 through 30 deals with personal care assistants. There's a level 1, 2, and 3. This is their job description. This is just simply change the description. It is more in line with our normal teacher assistants. That way, if there is lateral movement in that, they would be able to move those that need to be moved and those that need to be transferred. It will match the general teacher assistant job description.
Your recommendation, sir.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve personnel as presented.
I have a recommendation. I need a motion.
I'll make that motion.
I need a second. Second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, the ayes have it. Motion carried. Thank you, Mr. Alexander.
Thank you.
Mr. Culver.
Yes, ma'am. I was discussing executive session.
All right, thank you. Mr. Finley.
Madam Chair, we have some this.
All right, thank you, sir. This is the first of the month meeting. If you're here and you would like to make a comment, you have, it depends on how many you have in your group. If you have more than one person that wants to speak, it's 10 minutes. 5 minutes for comment. Is there anyone here that wants to make a comment? Is it about a child or a teacher or anything like that?
It's about children.
Okay. Are they?
I don't know.
Have you,
What
is a request to appear? Have you done paperwork?
No, it's public.
Is it, are any specific students to be mentioned? By name.
No, not by name.
Okay, I'll be fine. I think if, Mr. Keith, if she begins and then if you feel like it needs to go into executive session.
Yeah, we could always go.
Or we can hear you in executive session. It's up to you.
You know, I don't know the difference, honestly.
Okay. Well, since
So
it's.
whatever you want, I mean, I'm not, certainly not, there's other parents here, I'm just, being a spokesperson.
Okay.
So whatever you want.
Okay, since it involves students.
A teacher, Okay,
Or allow the teachers.
okay.
It's
Or
not,
access students.
All right, well, let's make that, Mr. Keith, you feel comfortable with executive session?
Yeah, I did. I did. Thank you.
so what is,
We'll call you back, when we go into executive session. Thank you.
Sir?
Gotcha.
Okay. Okay. Is Miss Hedrick here? All right. You have a student matter, don't you? Okay, we'll hear you in executive session. All right. Is Miss Dodd here? Mr. Dodd, I'm sorry. We'll hear you in executive session. Ms. Walker, are you here? Is, you wish to appeal, is this about a child or a teacher?
No.
Oh,
it's about facility usage. Do
okay, all right.
you want me to go to the microphone?
No, we'll hear you in executive session. And Ms. Washington, are you here? Okay. All right, I need a motion for consideration of closed session to determine whether the board should enter an executive session for the following matters: student discipline, residency appeals, request to appear, Atmos, and 2 property contract matters.
Mother who wants to make public. And the parent who wants to make public.
And the parent that wants to make public.
2 property contract matters, 1 facility use along with the others, and we're in public comments. Cindy, did you make that motion?
Yes, you did. I need a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the ayes have it, the motion carried. Mr. Chase will come back and inform you whether we stay in executive session or not.